And then sometimes it comes off the shelf. I get a little bit of the way down. I discover that actually there's something I didn't realize, and then I quit. But then there's this, when you think about the excitement arc of a new idea, you have the initial surge of excitement. This is the best thing ever. I'm going to become a billionaire. Why has no one ever thought of this before? And then you kind of get into it and you get into that sort of valley of, oh fuck, this is a terrible idea. I'm an idiot.
Yep.
If I can come out of that valley, if something pulls me up out of that valley, then I think it's worth pursuing.
Yeah. That's a good way of looking at it. The valley of despair or something. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you follow a similar sort of path with your ideas?
It's funny because my kind of framework is, if I have an idea, am I thinking about it still 2 weeks later? For whatever reason, that's just my timeline, 2 weeks. I had an idea yesterday and I was at the airport. I was excited about it and I was doing research. I forgot about it, right? Who cares, But I have ideas where I just cannot get it out of my head, and I'll see something out there in the world that adds to the idea, and I tell my friend about it, and I send these manic voicemails or these manic voice notes to my friends about it, and I'm still thinking about it 2 weeks later. That's my signal that there's actually something here.
You used the word validating earlier on when you're talking about these ideas, and I think this is something that could really, really help a lot of people who have a lot of ideas, is this idea of trying to validate your idea as fast as possible. How might one validate an idea? And can you give me an example of an idea that you have validated? What does validation mean?
Yeah, so I like to see people get joy from my product or service, right? Not just oh, it's good. Let's say I'm selling a food product. It tastes good. It's good. Okay, people might buy this, but I'm not going to have product market fit. I'm going to be pushing a boulder up the hill. Right? But if people are like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing I've ever had. Where did you make this? How did you make this? It lights up in their face. That's an example of a validation in my case, right? Same industry, food product, completely different reactions, right? So one specific example is my wife has a cookie bar business, right? Square cookies. And they're amazing. And we're not trying to scale it. We don't want to scale it. It's a way to teach our kids entrepreneurship, and we love it. But the best way to validate this was going to our local farmers market and just posting up and just giving people samples and just watching them, right? What do they say versus how do they react? And is it the same?
What do you mean by that?
Well, sometimes we try to use the internet in places where it's not needful, right? She sold these online, right? She shipped them to friends and family across the country. They're great. We love them. Okay, I didn't see you eat it. I don't know how you actually love it. Are you saying that because you're my mom, right? Or you're my friend? But when you solicit feedback on your product or service in person, even if it's like an internet tool or an app, in person makes all the difference. You want to take note of what they say and take note of their body language and how they react when they experience your product or service, right? And if all three of those things overlap, then either they're a psychopath and they're just lying for no good reason, or you have something really special on your hands. And so that's what we did with her cookie bar business. And they loved it. And you can do that with any business. It doesn't have to be food.
And what does validation mean? It's checking if the market gives a fuck about the thing you're making as fast as you can.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to kind of picture a boulder up a hill, right? And most people in their businesses, even businesses that are working, they're 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And that's okay. That's not a bad thing.